Having a productive workspace is very important, but it's also very important with shipping to save you time. And of course, time means money. So I'm going to kind of give you an idea of what I've done on the other side. So without any further ado, let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John from Flippin Ain't Easy. And today I'm making this video to show you guys something that I was hoping to show you about a week ago, but ordered some things to sort of rearrange my workspace, and it took an extra week for this to get here. So Jenna and I, we spent the good part of the morning this morning setting things up, moving things around, organizing, rearranging. And I think what we've done is created a very workable area when we're doing our shipping, because what our routine has been so far is we would get up in the morning, have a little breakfast, open up eBay, check our messages, and then go do the shipping. And what that process was, it was literally going to one of these racks behind me, finding the item in question that may have sold, bringing it back to the main room where I do my listing, putting it on the ground, finding the tape guns, grab the bubble wrap rolls from the top of one of these racks, and bring all that into the living room. And we do one item at a time, and we'd simply ship. And it was a hot mess. Jenna would be on this side of the room, I'd be at my desk. We'd find ourselves looking for a tape gun. Can't find the tape gun. Where's the tape measurer? Where is this? Where is that? And it's like, you know what? Enough is enough. And also you get kind of caught up sitting at your desk. You might have a YouTube video on. It's distracting. And I can tell you now, I feel pretty good about the setup that I have. And I'm going to show you guys right here, and let me know what you guys think. So this is something I've been wanting to show you guys. As you can see here, for those of you watching my live streams, I have a little bit different layout. I have my products here, some of them, in the front area. And as we navigate back this way, you got more products. I moved my photo booth to the corner, but what you'll notice is I have this setup here. Now, this is a workstation that I put together for shipping. I got my laptop in place with my Rollo printer, and my scale is a little digital display. Have my poly bags here and my tape guns. And from Uline, I picked up this cool bubble wrap dispenser, and I have two different size bubble wraps that I use. And what's cool about this desk, it's adjustable, so we can go a little higher with it, we can go a little lower with it, and so that way what's comfortable for me may not be comfortable for Jenna, and she does her shipping in here as well. We just set this up today, and I got to tell you, it's a lot better than what I was using before, which was nothing, sitting on my chair and shipping stuff sitting in front of my computer desk. Cool little photo booth area. I like it. I have my little outlets here, USB, and I have regular plugs so that I can actually plug these items in and show that they work with good lighting. And I use simply you see cardboard there, but underneath it is a piece of plywood that's probably about maybe 1 foot wide by 3 feet long, and it kind of spills over into this rack that holds it up. So it is a rig job for sure, but it works for me when I don't want to go out in the hot garage, or when I don't want to. Right now it's kind of cold outside, so I'd rather be in here listing the smaller stuff. And then my organizational setup, it's not the best, guys, but it's something. It's something that I'm using. You can have something set up for yourself, but just wanted to give you an idea that, through a little organization, thankfully, finally, this is a workable space now. And I'm really excited to share it with you. So I'd like to think that this is a very functional space. Now, I will leave the information down below as far as where I got the desk and the U-line. That's where I got the bubble wrap dispenser. But pretty much, these are things that we've already had. The rest of the items we already had to work with. We just didn't have a functioning space to work with. As it was, I really felt like, hey, I didn't have room to do something like this. But you have to work within what you have. And, if that means that I have to move this trash can here and I have to kind of tweak things and kind of make things a little different than I really wanted to in this particular space, just so I can make room in this other space to make it functional, that's what we had to do. It's something that maybe if you're in the same situation, you might want to consider. But I got to tell you, just from one day of using this space, it's certainly well worth it. Yeah, I'm not sitting down doing my shipping anymore, standing up. But because of that, I'm actually quicker, faster. I can raise and lower the desk to whatever height I need it to be comfortable while I'm working. Have a functional laptop right there. It's the one I actually got in a pallet 2 years ago. It's an MSI Leopard. It's a gaming laptop, but that thing, it's 2 years old and it still runs like a charm. We have the Rollo printer hooked up with it. I have my scale back here and it's just a functional space. And we're going to get a little cover to put over the tabletop here. The tabletop is sort of like a granite-like laminate cover, but I certainly don't want it to get scratched up. You got the tape guns here banging on this, and between all the shipping activity, I just want to keep it in a good condition. So I have a clear rubber like mat that's coming in about a week. So that's going to be something we add to that. The desk was $2.99 on a Cyber Monday deal. Of course, you're not going to be able to take advantage of that, but it's now, I think, $3.99. You can customize it to whatever tabletop you want, whatever controls you want. We got the basic up and down controls. I mean, you can get controls where it has a USB plug and I believe even a regular power plug in the control, but we didn't need all that. Wanted to keep it as low cost as possible. And guys, right now, you still have a few weeks that you can invest in your business, buy stuff you need for your business. And I'm no CPA, but I'm telling you what I'm doing. It's simply a tax write-off against your sales at the end of the year when you're doing your taxes. I find that this is sort of the time of the year where I really get motivated to try to buy things for the business that's really going to help me going into the following year. This year, it just happens to be I wanted to improve my shipping situation, and we've done that. So as always, let me know what you think. Please leave your comments down below. Is there anything that I may be missing here? What would you do differently? What would you maybe add or take away from this workspace that I have here? I'll give you. It's nothing special. Got my bubble wrap here, my scale there, Rollo printer right there, bubble wrap here. And that's all we need. We don't want to overload the tabletop, and we just want to keep it simple. That's the thing that you want to think about. What are the bare minimum tools I'm going to need? You may need some other things like, for instance, I'll give you guys an idea here. I have my supplies right here. And, that works for me. As you can see, I have my eBay boxes. I use the majority of the priority mail mailing supplies that I use actually are the padded bubble wrap flat rate envelopes. And that's pretty much it for me. I want you guys to know something here, that, I make these videos and I'm always thinking about my content, what I should say, what I shouldn't say, what I should share with you guys, what I maybe shouldn't share with you guys. And what always seems to win in the end is just kind of sharing what I do and being honest with you guys. That's who I am. You've seen my workspace, my my setup here. I've made videos that sort of discussed my ideas and the things that I'm doing, maybe some of the things that I'm thinking about doing. And I've always asked for your input because I value your input. And, you know, you're not always going to agree with me. I realize that. And I respect that. I don't think I would be motivated to do these videos if everyone sort of rubber stamped what I was saying and agreed with everything that I said. I really think that it's part of my growth to see some of the comments that you guys put in the comments. What I have a problem with, and I've always had a problem, whether I'm looking at a comment on maybe a Facebook forum where someone's asking for help or sharing their experience, to the comments that you put down below. What I have a problem with is when people are attacking, whether, you know, you have people that are attacking each other, or, you know, here I am putting my time together and putting it out there, you know, for you guys. I think that sometimes a very few viewers will put out some pretty attacking stuff. And unfortunately, you know, my last video was about open boxes. And you know what? I never did say one time, I never once said that I had all the answers. And I asked you guys for your input, and there were some that felt I was wrong, and I respect that. And we had one particular viewer that really felt, I mean, I think I triggered this person. And this is a viewer that's watched the channel for quite some time and commented in a lot of videos in the past. And they ripped me a new one from here to next week. But that's fine. That's fine. But when you rip me a new one over about 6 or 7 new threads, just back to back to back, that's a little excessive. And, you know, when it becomes a situation that we're no longer having an adult conversation and sharing ideas and things like that, and it becomes to a point where you're attacking either another person and their ideas or myself, you know, I had to block that particular viewer. And I don't like doing that, but and I think I've only blocked like 3 or 4 people, you know, this year from similar things like that. You know, again, I'm taking the time to share my thoughts and ideas, and, you know, there's ways of getting across your message without having to spam somebody's. I appreciate the comments. I mean, comments are what drives these videos, and I want your opinions down below, certainly. But, you know, if you find yourself having to enter that 7th or 8th comment because, you know, you're triggered, then I think this isn't the channel for you. And, you know, one thing I had to tell myself not too long ago was I can't be all things to all people. You know, if you have this whole eBay thing cornered, if you have this whole thing figured out where, you know, you just watch eBay on YouTube just so you can mock people or maybe just think that you're better than them, well, this isn't the channel for you. For the other 98% of you, I certainly appreciate your feedback. And there are going to be times that I put stuff out that's controversial, like the whole open box situation. My whole goal with this channel is to give you ideas. Maybe there's things that you can take from what I do that you like, and maybe there's some things that you can avoid that I do that you don't like. And I'm fine with that. I don't want you guys to be like me. I've picked up a lot of my ideas from things I've done in the past, like drop shipping, for instance. I've told you guys before, I've done drop shipping. And there's things that drop shippers do even to this day that are taking sales away from you. They're utilizing these tactics, and you aren't using those same tactics. And unfortunately, those drop shippers are taking sales away from you. And as someone who did the drop shipping thing for a few months in 2018, I can tell you that there's some things that I incorporate into what I do based on the things that I know is allowed. And even though eBay has rules written on their website, as you guys know, there's things that are going on this platform that isn't allowed by eBay that's happening every day, and people are getting rewarded for it. And while I'm not going to go that far in some cases to take advantage of that, I am going to utilize some things that work for me. Now, going into the whole open box video thing, it's not like I'm putting out a listing, putting open box with no explanation. Buyer is thinking it's brand new and they get it and they're surprised. I do make an effort to put extra information throughout the listing, the condition information, also the description information. That way, regardless of where you're looking at the information, whether it's on the mobile app or the PC, Mac, you're finding that information. Now, in my mind, whenever there's a transaction on eBay, it's a split responsibility between buyer and seller to ensure that the item is what is described. And so the seller has every responsibility to put that information clearly in each and every listing. And on the same token, it's the buyer's responsibility to at least make an effort to read what's included with this listing and what's not. And if a buyer assumes something, even though I've done everything that I'm supposed to do, or you've done everything that you're supposed to do in your listing, then unfortunately it's shame on them. And yes, I know there's things that we can do to sort of prevent those kind of situations. And we should be doing those in some cases. However, I'm not here to tell you that it's a good idea to coddle your buyers. And I think there's a lot of you out there who want to avoid any possibility of a negative feedback. And I get that because they're a pain and they can deter sales. Trust me, I had a feedback that I was dealing with from last week that thankfully is gone. My thing is I'm honest with you guys, and hopefully you can see that. And all I'm asking is respect that. And in the comments, whether someone puts a comment you don't like, or maybe I say something that, and I give you an idea that isn't something you support, I would hope that you would resort back to the other 90% of stuff that maybe you didn't get upset with, and maybe the fact, hopefully, you respect what I'm trying to do with this channel and kind of see past that and agree maybe to disagree on that, and not blow me up with a comment that might be pretty nasty. So that's all I got to say about that. And thank you for listening to that diatribe, but I just had to get it off my chest. So guys, what do you think? Please comment down below. And I'm looking forward to reading your comments as always. And I will try to get back to you as I do try to find time to comment. Sometimes it does take a day or two, but if you want to reach out and send me an email, you can email me at Flippin Ain't Easy 2020 at gmail.com. There will be, the email will show up at the end of this video, and be happy to help you if you have a situation that I might be able to have an answer to. I'm glad to help. So what do you think, guys? What do you think of this new setup I have? Hit that like button if you enjoyed the content of this video. Subscribe to the channel. I'm not sure I'm going to make 10K by the end of the year, but with your help, maybe it'll happen. And of course, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I go live or make another video. So again, guys, things like this, if you don't have it, it can make life difficult when you're reselling. I just learned this today. I've been doing it the hard way for so long. And this is just another example of how sometimes flipping ain't easy. And I'm going to talk to you guys real soon. Have a great rest of your week, everyone.